In this AlignMix video, you will learn how to import your sales accounts into a map that you've already created. So in this file, we've already imported our zip to territory assignments. And you can see that each territory has been created and that 3-digit ID is displayed in the center of every territory. So what we'd like to do now is import our account data into this file. And there is no specific order for your imports. You can import your sales accounts first and then your zip to territory assignments. But in this example, we've already imported that zip to territory file. So let's minimize this AlignMix file so that we can view our account data that we will be importing. So here we have our account data. We have an account ID, an account name, the street address, the state, and the zip code. The zip code here is one of the most important pieces of data in this Excel file. You will not be able to import any data without this base geography. And if you're importing into Canadian FSAs, this would be your Canadian FSA column. But you always need a geography in order to import any data into AlignMix. We also have a segmentation for these accounts. That means each segment will appear as a different icon, either an A account, B account, C, or D. And you're not limited to single letters for your segmentation. It could be any type of segmentation that your company uses. We also have a territory ID for these accounts, an assigned sales rep, 3 numeric data sets, and also 1 text-based data set linked to these accounts. So we will import all of this into our AlignMix file. So now let's go back to our AlignMix file. So here is the AlignMix file that we are going to be importing the account data into. To start that import, you simply go to File, Import, and import your data. You select a file for import, and now click on Open. AlignMix will show you by default the first worksheet in that workbook, which by chance is exactly what we need to import. That's where our account data is. But if you had your data in a different worksheet, you would click on the back button and select a different worksheet and click Next. But in this example, we will stick with our first worksheet and click Next. Here on the left side, you see all of the columns from that Excel sheet. We need to now drag and drop from the left to the corresponding sections on the right. So to start with, account ID goes to account ID, name to name, street address to street address. If you did have a street 2, you'd pull that here to street 2, city to city, state to state. Now zip code goes to zip code. And you can actually import from here. As long as you have the zip code and the unique ID, those are the 2 most important pieces of information for importing accounts. You can then click Next and start that import. But in this case, we've got some more data to pull in. Segment to segment, territory ID to ID, sales rep goes here to sales rep, our 3 data sets. Now you can drag each one individually to numeric data, or you can hold the control button on your keyboard to select multiple columns of data and drag that over. Then finally, our text-based data linked to each account goes to account text data. Now we click on Next. We receive a summary of what we are about to import. And you notice that here in red text, we have 8 duplicates. And AlignMix has recognized that there's duplicates based on that unique ID. So instead of importing 8 icons for the same unique ID, AlignMix will merge all of those icons into one based on that unique ID. And it will also sum up those data sets for those duplicates. And now click on Next. When the import's complete, you'll have an opportunity to save an error report if you do have any errors. So now click on Finish, and now you will see in the top right, we've got our account legend for our A, B, C, D accounts. If I zoom into an area like St. Louis, you will see that we've got our territories that we created before this video, and now we've got our accounts overlaid on that map. So we've successfully imported those account locations. So now let's use a lasso tool to lasso this area. And when we let go, you will see a summary of all the data that's found in that lassoed area. And you can see that we have lassoed 200 accounts, and the sum of all those data sets for that lassoed area are showed here in the data section. And you also get a count of all your account segments. Clicking here on the Accounts tab, you will see a full list of all the accounts that are found in that lassoed area. And there you go. You just learned how to import your sales accounts into an existing sales territory map.